What's up guys, Elfis here, and today we're playing some Han, not casual mode, normal mode. This is my new account. I do have some things to talk about real quick. Before I do that, I am going to pick Shadowblade. My buddy Nate, who does the thumbnails, requested it, so I'm going to do that for him. Although granted he requested it like a week ago, but whatever. I will talk about why I think you guys shouldn't pick Shadowblade in a second, but I'm picking it as a favor, so chill with that. I didn't realize that the unranked games were qualifier matches. I didn't realize that you have to play unranked games until you get to level 3 before you can play ranked games. I didn't realize that they rank your MMR based on where you're, how you do in the unranked games. I haven't made a new account in a year and a half or something, so I didn't realize that they did that. So I unfortunately got started at 1552, which is, to be honest with you, basically almost out of MMR hell anyways. I mean, I'd say 1575 plus, you know, at least 1600 plus is out of MMR hell. Then you're just dealing with players. So sorry, I didn't realize that. I would have played a little worse had I known that, so that I could get maybe in the lower 1500s or maybe even 1400s. I didn't realize that. I was just playing and having fun, and apparently I was doing well enough to get 1550. There is a 1400 in the game, though. There's also 16, but a couple 16s. This guy's basically 16, so I would count him. This is pretty mediocre team composition, too. But, so, sorry. I didn't realize that I would be 1552. My bad, guys. Either way, we're going to go ahead and go with it anyways. It is what it is. We'll move on with our lives. Why shouldn't you pick Shadowblade? Here's my opinion on Shadowblade. First of all, I don't like the hero. I don't think he's very strong for a couple reasons, namely two major reasons. Firstly, because he plays not really in any one role. He plays in a couple different roles. You can play him as a tanky semi-carry or as a hard carry. And heroes that typically fall under multiple roles have the problem of not really being that good in either of the roles, typically, or any of the roles. So typically, they, you know, are good. They're decent at both roles, but not really great at either role. Apparently, their Nomad is a bit of a smartass. I guess he thinks he's, you know, an amazing player. Fantastic. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't really know. Because I'm soloing up here, I'm going to end up focusing on my ranged for the most part. I'm not going to take ranged. I'm still going to auto level, I think, only because I don't know Shadowblade. I don't know if this is the best way to level him. I don't know if there's a better way to level him. I don't play him a lot. I really only play him occasionally, like rare occasions when somebody requests him. So yeah, so why shouldn't you pick Shadowblade? So I don't necessarily think he fills either of his roles good that well. I think there are better people to pick in both roles. And I also don't think he's missing out on a lot of crowd control. His little Gargantuan's Blast, his Stomp, whatever you want to call it, has a movement speed slow. But other than that, he doesn't have any crowd control. I mean, this, I guess you could call it crowd control, but it doesn't really, it controls them in the sense that it drains their damage, I guess, drains 40% of enemies' damage, applying damage drain to yourself for 5 seconds. I'm not, you know, so it doesn't stun them, slow them, whatever. He has one slow, which is only 35% at max level, and then the rest of his stuff has no crowd control at all. So I don't think he fills his role of anything really well, to be honest with you. I just don't think he's that strong of a hero. Oops, what? I misclicked? Okay, so I took all that damage and I guess I clicked the wrong hero. And that was too low to get the deny. Too high to get the deny, sorry. I'm going to try and aggro the creeps. Honestly, I don't plan on doing well in this lane. It's kind of just doing what I can do. Really? I missed that one? Oh well. Once I get my E, I can start doing some stuff. They probably won't kill me. I guess I shouldn't say they can't kill me. If they get a gank or something, they could, but they probably won't kill me early on. But we'll see how it goes. They could do some damage, but I don't think they'll get killed because they don't have a lot of crowd control. But I don't think I'll do that well either, because without my E, I can't really farm very well. Oh, didn't get it. So I can't really farm well until I hit 3. Even at 3, you can't really farm that well. You can only kind of farm sort of decently. To be honest with you, Shadowblade doesn't get that great of attack damage compared to other people. It's not bad by any means. It's just not great. It's not really well enough to attempt to, to do well at last hitting against 2 separate players. You can do okay though. Okay, so I don't want to be close to him because I don't want to tank the shield damage. I think shield damage level 1 is like 80 damage, 110 damage, something like that. I wanted to say 140, but that seems too high for level 1. That's probably at higher levels. Maybe that's at like max level or something. I don't think the shield is really that big of a deal, to be honest with you, as long as you're just not, especially when you're 1v2, because you're not really trying to play quote-unquote aggressive anyways. Rhapsody's gone up here. Careful, Legionnaire. So I don't know where she went. She probably went to ward because it's about 2 minutes, but always a good thing to just call it. Oh, I'm going to miss that one. Whatever, I'll grab this. I'm probably not going to get this one. Yeah, you don't have the damage to get that. I do have my E, so I can start last hitting with that a little bit, harassing whatever you want to, do it with. Taking a little bit of her staccato. It is what it is. Staccato's annoying, but that's really all it is. It's just annoying, to be honest with you. At least now. Later on, it can be a decent crowd controlling technique, but not in the laning phase. Like as harassment, it's just annoying. Like that's all it is, really. It's just like mildly annoying. It's kind of like the level of annoyance that what's his face Tempest stun is. Tempest stun is just pretty annoying, just because it's like a stutter stun, which is pretty annoying to deal with, but it's really not that big of a deal unless you're getting like taken out as you're dealing with it. So it itself doesn't really do a lot of damage or anything like that. So yeah, see, like this is minimal amounts of damage. She actually didn't really use it that well either right there. She could have used it to poke some auto attacks in between the stun, which is how you could really use it to harass, and then it's actually not so bad. I'm actually doing better than I thought I would, 8 and 1, so that's pretty decent. I'm going to pop my E again. You can pretty much pop your E indefinitely. Not indefinitely. If you just absolute spam it, then you will run out of mana, but pretty much indefinitely. You can do it a fair amount. So, and you know what, actually, I will say, based on the fact that I was 2v1, maybe I should have even gotten this like level 1, gotten my E at level 1. I don't think that would have been that bad of a decision to go straight into it. Oh, I'm going to miss that. No, I actually got it. Okay, for 1 auto attack, I'll take that trade. I'm going to eat another tree. I'd like to eat this tree so that I can create a little pocket right here, if need be. That's a nice little pocket to have available to you. For a number of reasons. It's actually really nice if you have a hook on your team, but even if you don't have a hook, it's still a nice little pocket to have available to you. They're backing off. I'm not sure why. Their mid lane is missing too. I don't want to go anywhere. That might be like pseudo bait, like trying to get me to come out. I don't know where mid lane is. I don't know where their other top lane is. Rhapsody's gone. Yeah, this is really risky. I don't want to go out. So I honestly can't go out with the fact that we don't have wards. There's Rhapsody back. Where's their mid though? They're still missing mid. Nomad's gone. He's back. Okay, so I can go up a little bit. I'm gonna grab boots first item. I'd prefer to have boots just to help avoid ganks. I will go for I'm not going to go a Nullstone build because they only really have 1 skill that I would like to mitigate, or I guess 2 skills. Blitz Ult. I think Blitz Ult is single target if I recall, unless they've changed it. And Predator Leap, which I would love to mitigate, but not enough that I'm going to buy. And then this is where she should staccato, but she didn't. So, oh well, that was just a mistake by her. I was probably out of range for most of it.
Oh my god,
yeah. So, I'll just poke at him. I'm out of range of the shield explode right there, so that's fine. Just gonna back up. There's no reason to get super greedy. I'm just here to do okay. As long as I get experience and a little bit of farm, I'm fine with how this lane has gone. They're not getting any kills yet, which is good. It's never good to have the enemy team getting kills on your 2v1 lane. Your 2v1 lane, you do get experience from it. The one player will be above level-wise, presumably, unless he's getting like zoned out hardcore or something. But if he's feeding, then that's not a good situation to be in. So if he's feeding, he's not going to be ahead on experience. So you got to be careful with that kind of stuff. It can cost games sometimes, depending on how you set it up. It can be the difference between game changers and stuff. I'm going to ult myself in a second. I would actually like to ult myself in strength form, but I just haven't had an opportunity to be in strength form to make it useful anyways. He's telling me to go, but I'm not running past all this lane. There's no point in all these creeps. That's silly. That's like super greed, and it wouldn't make any sense because they would definitely just make that an obvious choice to run. Doesn't make any sense. I am getting experience from this though, so that's fine. Experience and farm. They've backed off because they're afraid of the invisible Legionnaire, so which they should be. They should definitely be afraid of him. Although with a cursed on their side, I don't know if they necessarily have a need to seriously fear it, because they can definitely, you know, mitigate the majority. I just attacked too early. That was a mistake. That's okay. It's just one last hit. Oh. Okay, shit. I was afraid I should have hatcheted that kill, but I'm glad I didn't. Oh, they have a... Oh, they have a thingy. I'm okay with that. Shit. Crap. He doesn't have a cursed ult, but we're not going to get him because I don't know if his taunt got his taunt got interrupted or something, or what just happened, but it didn't look like he got a taunt off on that guy. I might go full completed boots. I'm actually just going to ult myself in the process just to give me the bonus damage at the moment, but I would like to ult myself in strength form, not agility form. So, we'll see here in a second. Hopefully, I had an opportunity to go into strength form there, and I did, but I didn't want to, you know, bother with casting, you know, mid there, and it just was not something I was interested in dealing with. That's a nice taunt. It's perfect, actually. No, I didn't have the mana. So that was actually a great taunt because the creep wave was right there. If he could not do this, that would be fantastic. Oh, he's doing it. All right, whatever. I'm just gonna complete boots, I think, as opposed to going. Yeah, I'm just gonna complete boots. I was debating going tube first because I'm gonna go helm since I'm not getting a nullstone. I don't necessarily think nullstone and helm are a great choice, but I'm gonna go helm because I'm not getting a nullstone. So if I wanted a nullstone, I would not go helm. I'm not going to take his creeps. What am I doing? That hasn't spawned anyways, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah, so I don't necessarily think you should go helm and am I in strength form? No, I'm still agility. Helm and nullstone, but if you're going if you're not going nullstone, then you can go helm. I think helm's a great item if you're not going nullstone. If you're going nullstone, it makes no sense. I think it's silly. I think it's way too much regen you're paying for that you don't need, to be honest with you. So, it's my personal opinion. You could make arguments for it, I guess. It does depend on the game, too. Sometimes you need a lot of survivability on this hero. Because other than that, you don't build too much survivability. You build a little bit. You could build Geo's Bane if you wanted. Demonic is obviously a solid choice on this hero. You could build a couple different items that would still make sense for defensive purposes. My boots are not in the right position for me. I need to change them to the middle top. I'm just used to using boots. I think it's good to have set locations for certain items. So like when I TP, my TP is always in the bottom left, so I know the key to press for my TP because it's always in the same location. I don't even have to think about it when I am in a situation where I need to TP. It's just there. So I know my TP. I would like my boots are the same thing. I like my boots to be in my middle top location, so I know what to press for my boots when I want to change them to whatever. I'm missing top. I didn't call that. That was a pretty big mistake. Thankfully, I don't think anybody got hurt too badly because of it, but that was a pretty big mistake, actually. Shoot, I'm kind of surprised I didn't call missing there. That's okay though. That's part of what the series is about, learning for you guys, brushing up my skills for me. So it's okay. I'm gonna go vestments. They don't have an insane. Well, you know what? Maybe I'm not. I was thinking vestments was worth it just for the little bit of Rhapsody, Accursed, and Blitz damage, as well as, you know, obviously Predator Leap, things like that. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's not worth it. The more I think about it, the less I think it is worth it. So maybe I won't go. Blitz came up here, it looks like. Yep. Okay. I don't want to be here. I definitely don't want to 3 top. I got 3 of them up here. It looks like, yeah, Valkyrie ported up here to help me, so that's good. Legionnaire could come up if need be. We're doing okay. Did Blitz go? No, Blitz was bot because he didn't have a solo lane, right? Predator and him went bot, I guess. That seems kind of silly. They had some weird lanes, I guess. It didn't occur to me they're strange lanes until right now, but that's kind of silly. Yeah, I'll pause for him. Why not? We can talk a little bit about the game and stuff while he's paused. I do have 3 people up here, so okay. I'm getting another port. Lego should come as well. We can get a nice little. Oh, that was so. Oh no. That was so bad. I think we should just back on that. That's just. I don't think we should go on that, guys. I don't think we're gonna get any kills. We should just back.
No.
That's silly. That's silly. That's so silly. That's greed. That's super greed right there. There was no reason to do that. As soon as the missed arrow and they started running away, we should have just backed. I don't know who's not passing the pause. I voted pass. That was just silly. Oh, stupid. I misclicked again. Damn it. Let's let him knock down the thingy for me. I want it, though. Sorry, bud. Oh, he outlasted me on that one, though. Dang it. I am going to grab my tube while I'm here. In a lot of cases, if I have the money, I will sometimes go Beast Heart first, but I don't think this is really a case where that matters. Nice attempt at a nice arrow, actually. Yeah, that was good. That was a good arrow. I was gonna say nice attempt, but because I didn't think it was gonna hit, but that was actually a good arrow. So now I'm in strength form. Now I want to ult. The reason I want to ult in strength form, let's get this out of the way. So the reason I want to ult in strength form is because early on, the bonus health, the bonus strength is very, very important. All that bonus health you get from this, I get 12, so 12 bonus strength at level 1 anyways. Or later on you get a little bit more of your attributes when you get more levels in it. But pause for him. But I guess people don't want to pause, whoever's not passing. But it's super important. You get a lot of bonus health from that. You get a lot of bonus survivability. It's really important. Why do nobody's passing when we only need 3 votes, really? There we go. So you get a lot of bonus survivability from it. And the bonus survivability is not only beneficial because I was 1v2. He's in a little bit of trouble, and he has leap, so he should be fine. But it's not only beneficial because of the fact that I was 1v2. It's beneficial because early on, Shadowblade is a pretty big target to focus for a lot of people in team fights. When you start team fighting a little bit, which actually should start happening in the not-so-distant future. We had a chance to fight, like 3v3 up here, which we would have won had the arrow landed, but the arrow missed, and then they just ran away. So it's really important to get that extra survivability so that you're not taking, well, I mean, you're still taking as much damage, but you can survive a lot longer with the bonus. Just to give you guys an idea, if you just look at the stats real quick, 1 point in strength gives me 19 extra health. So what you end up getting is you get right? So you would get 20. You would get 19 times 12 extra health. So what? 19, or you would get what? 240 minus. I don't know math, but so you would get a fairly decent chunk of health, and it would be important. What is it? 228, right? Yeah, so it would be 240 minus 12, right? So 228, right? That makes sense. So you get a bonus 228 health. That's a lot of health. That's a whole other nuke. That's one more ability you can tank. That's one more, it's like 3 or 4 more autos at this level that you can tank. That's, well, maybe not 3 or 4 more, maybe 2 to 3, depending on it. I mean, if you look at my damage, I'm doing about 100, but that's pre-mitigation. So after mitigation, it's a lot lower than that. It's probably closer to 70, depending on the player. 75. It depends on the player, who you're attacking, who has the more, the people with armor. So it does depend on some things, but these are things you have to think about. So that extra 228 health is really beneficial. Now later on in your game, depending on the way you want to build, you can take a different primary stat and it'll be fine. If you want to go with agility, if you're going to be more of a carry, that's fine. If you want to go with intelligence, that's all fine too. All these things are fine. Oh, that was my bad, actually. We're getting super dove here. I'm actually just going to run this way. Valkyrie ult would be very nice. I got a few seconds to get out of here. Ports? We can get a lot of kills right here. Anybody porting? Okay, no ports, so they're just going to get away. Oh, that was way late. Oh, Rhapsody's in here? No. Who was else in here? I thought there was one other. Can't interrupt that, though. That was a way late port. If we had gotten ports instantly, that would have been a double kill easy. And we should have gotten ports instantly. Oh, God. Oh. How did she cancel that? That wasn't 5 seconds, right? Does a curse shield removes debuffs, right? It removes stuns, removes movement and parrying effects. It must. That's the only thing I can think of. I haven't played a curse in a little while either. They may have changed his patch notes or something like that. I don't believe he used to do that, though. I don't believe he used to remove stuns. That seems kind of very, very, very strong, maybe even OP in my opinion. That's actually really impressive. We got a tower out of that too. So, they dove. That was a poor decision to dive at that specific time just because our wave was coming up and their wave was basically dead. So we had a full wave to defend with. They didn't have anything to push in with. I am going to grab my helm because my helm's here. I need a place to farm. I just want experience mostly. Everybody's missing though, so if I go up on this, it's a little bit greedy. I am still going to go, though, because I can't just... At this point, it's okay to take a little bit of the risk because I feel a little bit safer, to be honest with you, at the moment. I'm going to actually just push this, so I'll push this in. I'm going to back a little bit. Rhapsody's there. I don't want to be too greedy. There's no point in being too greedy because when you're too greedy, you end up dying, and then your greed is all worthless because now not only did you not get gold for being greedy, you lost gold and experience and time, you know, all the stuff that you no longer have just because you were too greedy. That's our little courier. Nice. Somebody has the little golem skin. I like that skin. It looks cool. I don't think it's necessarily, you know, I don't pay for these things, but I mean, if they're giving them out for free or something, I'll pick one up by playing, you know, the games or whatever. I think they're cute little things to add to the game. Cute little vanity items. I like them. Again, I don't think they serve much purpose, but they're cool. I'm getting 250 GPM. Considering I was 2v1, I'm actually very happy with that, to be honest with you. I think that's very acceptable to have. So I think that's a very acceptable amount of GPM to have. I'm very, very happy with that, considering I was 2v1. I'm totally cool with that. I'm also the highest level in the game. Obviously, I'm tied for that, but I'm the highest level in the game. Oh, I shouldn't have canceled that attack. I should have let it go. Damn it. We can definitely push in on this. I'm totally fine with him getting a little bit pushy with this. That's actually fine. I am going to buy a TP, even though I can't use it right now, but I'm going to buy the TP. I'm going to go... So I'm not going to go demonic this game, probably because Legionnaire is going to go demonic this game, so I see no reason for me to also go demonic. I am going to go... So I'm trying to think of the best build against that particular team. I think I'm going to go Dawnbringer first item, probably, or at the very least, Frostburn. Maybe I go Frozen. Maybe I go Searing Light instead. Searing Light first, and then I will get... No. I think I go full Dawnbringer level 1 as my first item, just because this hero can benefit from all 3 attributes. Very well, actually. So I think I go Dawnbringer first item, and then maybe I'll you know, branch that off into maybe Grimoire, Frostwolf, and Geos later. But I think I'll start with that, and then maybe move into a Shrunken, depending on how the game goes. They don't have a lot of magic damage, but they do have a fair amount of crowd control that I would like to mitigate, that I would like to not deal with. How big is Pred? Somebody said he was getting big. He just has the Elder Parasite. We need to pause again. Apparently, Pink has very poor internet connection. So somebody was saying he's getting big. He just has Elder Parasite at 18 minutes in. Although I guess I don't know how much gold he has saved up. So maybe that's not the case. Maybe he's got, you know, another 2,500 saved up or something, and he is actually doing decently. If he's just got the Elder Parasite and boots and a little bit of gold, he's not doing that great. He's about the same on par with me, right? So this is worth 1,000 if sold. This is a little over the 1,000 if sold. I have more items than him. The only difference is that he has a battery. You know, other than that, we have the same set of items, except for mine's a little bit more on the other item we have. So I'm only farming 280. I'm not doing that great. I mean, I have 1,400 gold left over, though, so maybe he has about the same. I'm not really sure. Even if he's got 1,400, that's not that great, though. He's not doing amazingly. He's not getting that big. I will say Predator is a hero that can get very big very quickly if you underestimate him, because of the fact that people will be like, oh, he doesn't have a lot of items. I'll go try and 1v1 him. Oh, wait, Predator does a shitload of damage even without items, so now I'm in a lot of trouble. He can really hurt you if you're not careful, and it can really, really, really snowball into, you know, or snowball out of control very quickly. Oh, I'm taking a sip of my drink. One sec, guys. I'm just taking a sip of my drink. Okay, delicious, delicious orange soda. Nom nom. Let's just poke at him, scare him off. I don't want him farming any more than he currently is. Poke away. Poke at anybody. Anytime I get a poke. So this is a case where you got to be very careful with him. And my team, I thought my team was closer than they actually were. They are not close at all, but I'm still going to be fine because of all this extra tankiness I have. Is he going to leap on it? He doesn't have mana. He can't leap on it. Rhapsody ult. Actually, that was nice. We blew Rhapsody ult for nothing, really. Oh, never mind. Nope, yeah, for nothing. Oh, he needs to get out of there. Nice, nice. Good thing he had Magma Surge off cooldown. We both need to go B, though. Pink might... Who's that? That's not Pink. Sorry, Valkyrie might die. Valkyrie is dead. I stand corrected. Valkyrie's totally dead. So that was a case where, yeah, I was out of position. I thought my team was closer than they were. That was my mistake. My map awareness was just poor. In the end, I ended up being okay, but that was because my team supported me, backed me up when need be. I dropped the ball. I shouldn't have been there. I was actually not aware of how far away my team was, so that was kind of a mistake. I am going to grab the starting of my Dawnbringer. That's totally fine. I should have grabbed the Strength one first. I'm actually going to sell that and grab the Strength one first. That's totally fine. I'm going to, because it's still sellable, still get all my gold back. So that's totally fine. But I am going to sell that. They should not be out there fighting. He should not be there. Ooh, okay. Nice Magnus ult. Very nice, actually. So that was a really nice Magnus ult. That was actually really, really nice. So I'll give mad props for that. I'm kind of surprised he got it off. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think he was going to get the full... I didn't think he was going to get the channel off. So I'm actually very surprised that he was able. I'm not chasing because I think that's silly to keep chasing. We got the win out of that team fight, I would say, there. But they're still not, you know, pushovers to chase down. Nomad's still up. Predator's still up. Rhapsody's up, but I think she was too low. I think she had to go B. But, you know, oh, whoa, whoa, what is Nomad doing here? What is he still doing here? He's still there? That's not good for him. Magnus, PK, PK stun? He got PK, right? Yeah, no. Oh, no, 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 no. He's gone. We lost him. I don't know where we lost him. But he... Oh! He's dead to tower. No, he's dead to Val. Okay, so I don't know what his deal was there. I guess he didn't have a TP. Hence the reason you guys should carry TPs. I don't know how we didn't see him. I guess he was invis. I was looking on the minimap. I should have just actually glanced over here. Maybe he used his sand there and I missed it. So that's probably my B there, that I missed it with the sand. Let's finish up my Frostbrand here. Icebrand, sorry. Icebrand? Yeah, Icebrand. So this is actually going pretty well. Believe it or not, it doesn't look like we're winning by that much, you know, 8 to 9. We actually have a pretty decent chunk of lead here, gold-wise, for the sheer fact that we pushed in, you know, one more tower than they have. Oh, no, sorry, they've gotten the tier 2, so no, we haven't. But if you look at where our gold is allocated, our gold on our team is mostly allocated to, I would say, probably me. Legionnaire has a fair chunk of it, and then Magnus, I think, has a decent chunk of it as well. He was talking about how close he was to PK. Yeah, so he has a decent chunk of it as well. Corrupted's a little behind. He should have more than that at this point of the game. But that's kind of where we want it. We would like Corrupted to have some. But other than that, that's nice. For Magnus to be able to get decently times PK is really good. What's his score out of curiosity? 2, 2, and 4. So that's decent. He's not like KSing people, and he's still getting up there on gold. You know, I'm kind of curious what his GPM is. I would imagine somewhere around my GPM, 250-ish, 260, probably, maybe closer to 300. But I don't think it's over 300. They're pushing in a bit here. That's fine. We got a super move speed powered Nomad who gets very, very annoying. 70 gold for Magnus PK. So let me give you guys an idea of how this situation could turn out. Magnus grabs a PK, Legionnaire grabs that PK, and we just win the next team fight and they probably concede or something. If they synergize it correctly between a Legionnaire PK taunt followed by Magnus ult, that's a free victory. There's no chance they're going to win the team fight after that. Unless for some reason they've picked off 3 people before that happens or something. It's just not likely. I hope he's going Ancients. Yeah, he's going Ancients. I was going to say he shouldn't be coming down here and fighting them for the lane farm. Just take the Ancients. He should also either stack those or pull those out because they're going to block the next spawn if he kills them right there. Yeah, I don't think he's going to kill them in time, so they're going to block the next spawn. Whatever. I'm wasting a little bit of time just because there aren't too many places that I can farm at the moment, unfortunately. Our jungle, the safe parts of our jungle are kind of farmed out. I guess I'll go into the jungle anyways, but I kind of don't want to go too far away from mid lane because there isn't really anywhere I can port to mid lane to get to a team fight if something, you know, starts up here or something. But I mean, that's okay. I guess it is what it is. Can I stack this? Is it too late? I think it might be too late. Nope, I got it. I should have gotten that anyways. Let's kill stuff. Kill things. It's actually... yes, I got it. Fantastic. Oh, I have to kill the Necromancer first. God damn it. I'll nuke just because I have full mana. So why not? I'm going to ult myself again just because I'll get more charges at this point. I should have ulted myself sooner, actually. So that was kind of a mistake. But it's fine in the end. You know, we've been doing okay. I still haven't died, so it's alright. Every time you gain levels, you're obviously gaining stats, and you get a percentage of your primary stat. So, you know, ult yourself every so often. I mean, it does cost a little bit of mana. But, you know, ult yourself every so often so that you get more stats. It'll kind of cascade, or not cascade on itself. It'll kind of, I don't know what he's saying by care. Is there someone over here that we need to be aware of? I'm not sure what... Oh, because our ward went down. Alright, I get that. Fine. Logical argument, I guess. Sure. I'll be a little careful. Why not? He should also be careful, too, though. They're pushing top. That makes sense. Let him push top. I'll come help defend this. We shouldn't give them this tower for free. It's not like it's so close to dead, and we have a lead, so I think we can certainly defend it. We need Magnus up here, though. Magnus Lego will... I mean, we could literally jump on these two and kill them right now with Magnus Lego over here. Can we defend this up here, guys? You guys got TPs? So I'm gonna... no, we're not defending it? Alright, I guess. Fine. I don't think we had to... Oh, see... Well, that's the decision. That's the kind of decisions you guys need to make sooner than later. You know, I think that was rather silly to... I shouldn't have attacked him. That was dumb. That was really dumb of me. I shouldn't have attacked him to blow up the shield. It ended up being fine. I'm not going to chase him because he's accursed. I'm not going to kill him. So that's... There was no reason to give up the tower for that particular reason. Lego, if Magnus was here, it would have been absolute stomp. We would have killed all 4 of them, no problem. That would have been literally... I mean, that would have been it. That would have been probably a tier 2 tower for us easily. We would have taken the top tier 2. So, I mean, that's the kind of thing. We don't need to be giving them towers. If we all have TPs, we can defend everything. We have such a big advantage at this point. Just from the fact, not so much that we're so far ahead on levels and gold. I think I should emphasize, we're so far ahead because of the fact that right now, at this point in the game, they don't have shrunken heads, they don't have barrier idols, they can't deal with the magic damage from Magnus Ultimate and the physical damage from Lijo Taunt and all of our, you know, AoE stuff and whatever. You know, they just can't deal with it right now. So if we wait, they will get the items to deal with it. We're not so far ahead on farm. You know, Nomad's keeping up. He's level 13. Predator's keeping up. He's 14. We're not so far ahead that, you know, because of our farm and stuff. We're just ahead because our current play style at this point in the game, this team synergy right at this point in the game is so strong. We should try and push something. We should group up and push something. We have a pretty big advantage right now. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. There's no reason to really wait. They have, they probably have better late game between Predator and Nomad. It's tough to compete with Predator and Nomad. The two of them are very, very strong come late game. Specifically, Predator gets very, very strong, but Nomad as well. He gets pretty beefy, so we don't necessarily have the late game to compete with them. I don't necessarily think we don't, but there's no reason to let it get that far if we don't need to, and I don't think we need to. I think we should group up, gank somebody. We have a few wards that we could see someone. We got a vision there, things like that, and then we should just kill them and push. So it appears as though my team doesn't necessarily agree with me because we're all kind of spread out farming and whatnot, but yeah, it's okay, I guess. It's not the end of the world. I'm just going to kill this large camp so I can get my next piece of my Dawnbringer.
Alright, boys, you ready?
I don't want to block that. There we go. I'm not going to nuke it just because it takes 120 mana, and I kind of don't want to be even like missing any mana since it looks like we're about to get together and push something. Grab my Firebrand. You could go Lightbrand first if you decided, you know, your mana is more important. I personally would prefer the movement speed as well as the bonus armor and whatnot. Plus, at some point, I'm going to transition into an agility carry, so I would like to have the agility sooner. I don't think I'm going to be transitioning right now, so I might stay in strength mode right now, like stay with my bonus strength and in strength mode right now, but I don't know. We got to be all 5. If we're pushing with 3, we'll lose. Sure, let's push bot. That's fine. It doesn't matter which one we push. It really doesn't make a difference. Oh, I got one. Well, I got one if my team's here to back me up. Yeah, he had magic armor on, dude. And then I run away because, I'll tell you right now, a lot of people find that... What?
Let's keep Pred under control from now on. That's a little scary.
What? Let me tell you right now, the biggest way to beat Pred, the easiest way to beat Pred, I play Predator, so I can tell you, like, from experience, how easily he is countered. Whoever he is attacking runs away. The reason Pred is so innately tanky is because of all of his lifesteal. Essentially lifesteal. It's not exactly lifesteal, but it's pseudo lifesteal, whatever you want to call it. That was not a good initiation, I don't think. That's not a good initiation. I don't think that's a good initiation. But because of his pseudo lifesteal. So if you deal with his pseudo lifesteal, i.e. you I.e. you, his ultimate's down, so he's dead. I.e. you just run away. Don't let him lifesteal. No, guys, keep pushing. They're all dead. As long as you don't let him lifesteal, he's not that tanky. Honestly, once he uses his leap, he's, I don't want to say useless, but useless. If his team's not there to back him up. If his team's there to back him up, that's a totally different story. But if his team isn't there to back him up, and he's just, you know, attacking and they're running away, we could take him again probably, but it's not the best. We should just back. This is not a good engagement for us. Okay. If we had gotten that stun, that would have been fine, but no, so just back. I'm actually also just gonna, no, I'm not gonna teleport out because I'm gonna clear out some of their jungle first. So if you walk away from him, obviously you want to wait until the slow's gone, because if you're walking away slowed, you're not doing anything. So wait until his leap slow is off, then just walk away. Walk away. He doesn't have anything else unless he's got brutalizer and whatnot, and then, you know, that's a whole different scenario. But I mean, unless he has the other stuff to crowd control you and his team isn't there, just walk away. His lifesteal makes him so, or carnivorous, I shouldn't call it lifesteal. His carnivorous makes him so tanky. So if you're walking away, he can't attack you as efficiently, maybe even at all, and his essential tankiness is like, I would say, even more than cut in half. Okay, so obviously there's other factors in there. If he has brutalizer, if he has frostburn, if he has stuff to crowd control you, otherwise maybe it's a different scenario. Then maybe don't just run away. But if your team is dealing damage to him, you don't need to necessarily be there to deal damage to him. So just walk away if you can. I don't want to be here. I don't have a ward at bottom room, so they could walk up on me. This is kind of risky. I guess Predator's not there, but still, it's a little bit risky. I'd prefer to. I don't know. Oh. Careful, careful! I might be dead here. I might be dead here. This is a bad engagement from us. Oh, really? Yeah, he did, actually. I should have waited to slow him till after. That was silly. No, I don't want to jump on that, actually. That was silly, too. I want to kill her. Yeah, I'd be more than happy to kill her. Kill him, kill him. Yeah, there we go. So, I mean, these guys aren't playing that well either. They're kind of throwing pretty hardcore from the fact that we have so many fucking PKs, and they're just kind of letting us. Oh, don't attack him! Don't attack him! He's got ult up. Yeah, that's fine. And they're just kind of letting us do our thing with PKs. I'm not sure why. They don't need me, so that's why I'm not going. Oh, they do need me. What happened? Apparently, they very much so need me. Let's kill him off. I didn't think they did. I'm sorry. I thought they were fine. Okay, he's dead. I thought they would be okay without me, so that's my mistake, I guess. I'm sorry. I figured they were alright, but that clearly wasn't the case. It's Rhapsody, it's Rhapsody. Don't run, we're fine. I mean, that was a horrendous arrow. Alright, let's just back, let's back. It was Rhapsody, we could have killed her immediately. That's the simple arrow from the start. Although he needed to be aware of staccato, but I guess I understand it. I'm just going to teleport out because I need to regen, and I have the money. It's fine. So, I mean, they're not playing that well, to be honest with you. Can I get my... Where's the courier? Oh, I already got the Dawnbringer. Sorry. I was like, where's my Dawnbringer? I already had it, though. Derp. So I think next... maybe I don't want to break them up just yet. Maybe I do want to go for other items. Maybe I go for, like, a Brutalizer. I don't think that's such a bad choice on me. Maybe I go for a... Nullifier wouldn't be that bad. I need a little bit more crowd control. That was one of my big complaints with this hero at the beginning, if you guys remember. He's lacking in a lot of crowd control. That's why I like Dawnbringer. It gives you the crowd control. It gives you some crowd control, still not great. So maybe I do go... I don't know how Brutalizer works on ranged attacks. I don't think that makes sense. Yeah, so I understand that, but if I turn into my melee my ranged form, does that... I don't know the details. I don't know how that would work. I just saw Nomad, didn't I?
Yo, heads up, they're in their jungle.
How many of them?
I just saw one and he went invis. I don't even know who it was.
I saw Nomad, I saw Yellow, so... Okay, that's fine. I don't mind him, to be honest with you. We could kill him if he's by himself. Thanks to their very poor play, they've gotten underleveled now. I'm 17, we got an 18, now they're 14 and 15 at their highest. So, at this point, yeah, we should just, yeah, let's push. Sorry, guys, I forgot to turn my phone off. That was my phone. My mistake. Yes, so, at this point, we have a pretty significant advantage. Nomad is right there, but that's fine. We can turn that around very easily. Wasted Nomad ultimate, so that's always good. Nomad, ooh, I'm sorry guys, but you're all dead now. Yeah, wow, I didn't even realize I was that crazy on my shit. Wow, I'm out of Bloodbath, really? 35 stacks now. I ulted myself again. 35 agility. That's impressive. Now I'm transitioning over to an agility carry because I think that's more beneficial, to be honest with you. So I think that's more important to me at the moment is the agility. I think it'll allow me to primarily agility helps you do more damage just because it also gives you attack speed. Other than that, they both give you, no matter what your primary stat is, they all give you one, you know, one damage. You know, so I don't think it really makes that big of a difference. If I get the immortal, that'd be funny. So I really don't think it makes that big of a difference. Other than the fact that agility gives you bonus attack speed. The bonus attack speed is very beneficial, it's very important. It actually, I think a lot of people don't even realize how much bonus damage it does. We did just hit Rhapsody with that arrow, but I'm not so sure that's the best decision either way. I'm slowing him, but I don't think it's anywhere near enough. We should just, yeah, just let him go. So, I have another 3,900 too. Let's do Kong real quick. We got time. We definitely have time, I think. As long as we pay attention to the wards, be aware if they're coming. Never mind. Let's just back. You guys are low. It's not worth the risk. Let's just back. Yeah, that's fine. So that would be funny if I got an immortal on my very first ranked game. I think it would be very nice. Orange is chasing us. I'll kill you, Orange. Turn it. I'll kill him. Turn around. I have no problem with it. Let me get it. Oh, come on, man. Don't try and do that. Let me get it so I can get my immortal. Oh, come on. Guys, I want the immortal so bad, please. They're going to concede, aren't they? No, I want the immortal. So I have 4,400, so I guess I should decide what I'm going to get. I think I will get a...
You still need 2.
Hellflower. I know, but, I mean, I'm pretty close, dude. 2 kills away from an immortal? That's pretty friggin' close. I want the immortal, but I think I'm going to go for a Hellflower. I'm just going to flat out buy it since I'm so close. I'll just wait, and I'll just flat out buy it when I get the gold here in the next couple seconds. Cause I think
2 days ago, I got an immortal and annihilation in the same day.
I don't think... Oh, in the same day, I've done that. I don't think I've ever gotten an immortal and annihilation in the same game. It's tough in this game to get immortals and annihilations, and I've played... it's easier to get an immortal than it is an annihilation, but it's tough, and I've played like 2,000 or 3,000 games in my Han career, so it's not easy. I'll tell you that. I have enough, yeah. Let's have that sent to me. The Hellflower is really nice. It gives you a lot of bonus attack speed. It does give you intelligence and what, right? It gives you intelligence still. Yeah, it does give you intelligence, but it's primarily for the damage. It gives you damage, attack speed, and then the Silence Perplex is dope as hell. It still perplexes, I believe. Silence and Perplex. Yeah, okay. So that's what you buy it for. The Silence and Perplex is really nice. I think it's really friggin' awesome, actually. Silence... Everybody understands that one. It makes it so you can't use abilities. Perplex makes it so you can't use items. They're two different things. So a lot of people don't understand what Perplex is when they first join this game. It's totally understandable. Silenced, if you're silenced, you can still use items. You can still use Sheepstick, Shrunken Head, all that good jazz. You cannot use abilities. If you're perplexed, you can use abilities, but you can't use items. If you're both, then, you know, obviously both. You can't use either. Yeah, let's group up top and push. I'm fucking huge right now, so let's end this. This will be the last push, regardless of whether they concede. Well, I don't want to get greedy, because even though Nomad... Well, I guess Predator's on bottom, so we can be a little greedy, because I'm not that afraid of Nomad, to be honest with you. Predator's really the only beast, kind of decently sized one. The rest of them, and he's decently sized mostly just from the sheer fact that he's Predator. There's no reason, you shouldn't deny creeps and stuff, like I denied the catapult and that creep right there when you're pushing, so don't do that. I'm doing it just to do it. There's no real reason, but it doesn't really matter because of the fact of how far ahead we are at this particular moment. I want my team to be here. They're in mid though, so I guess it's fine. Next wave, I'm gonna range up and push. I'm ranging because I don't want to be too greedy. Even though I get the chance to miss from going uphill, I'd prefer that over being that close to the tower at the moment because I don't have Shrunken to deal with a lot of the crowd control. I just don't have it. So that's something I really just don't want to have to deal with. So Predator's super dead. Oh, a Curse is actually dead as well. Come on, one more, guys. Come on, come on. One more. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Please let me have it. Pretty please, guys. Don't hide. I need you guys to dive the well for me. I need somebody to tank the damage and let a brother have it. No! No! You horse! Oh my goodness. There it is, but it doesn't count. It doesn't count. That's twice now in a video I've been robbed of something. There was a scout video a long time ago, like maybe a year or two ago, who fucking, they stole my Annihilation. My Scout Ultimate was mid-air, and they conceded. It was going to kill the guy. It was mid-air, and they conceded before I could get the 5th kill. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so, there's a couple things I just want to point out real quick. Out of curiosity, what did I get? Most kills, yeah, and most 10-time streaks. Sure. My GPM was kind of low, considering I was 14-0, but that's because I wasn't farming quite to the utmost effect. I should have had about 50 more CK than that, so I was wasting a little bit of time. Although, granted, I did have 14 kills, so maybe wasting time isn't a good way to describe that. But, so, a couple things I just want to point out. I mean, I did well for a couple of reasons, but not necessarily because I followed my own tips about getting out of MMR hell and things like that. It's partially just because I know map awareness, I know to pay attention, I know all these things. My mechanics are better than most players in the 1500s. Now, some of these guys weren't 1500s. Some of these guys were better. Our Nomad, their Nomad, sorry, was of course the best player NA, because at the beginning he said he was going to, you know, he wanted to know if we wanted to lose fast or quick or slow, so he's obviously best player NA, of course. But excluding him, everybody else, you know, I mean, maybe they weren't all the best players, but they did play well. At least the players on my team. Some players played poorly. Rhapsody was a little bit out of position a lot of the time. Accursed didn't do that well, to be honest with you. In a number of cases, he didn't do that well. And you know, it just comes down to a lot of mechanics, but the tips will help you get out. They're not to replace your mechanics. Obviously, I didn't follow all of them. I didn't pick a hero that was a ganker. I didn't, you know, even pick a hero that I thought was strong. But my mechanics are just better than most players at this level, so it didn't really make that big of a difference. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully more of these videos will be better than that. I don't think I got the bonus MMR, right? Oh, I did get, right? What was that? Let me refresh that one more time. How much MMR? I got 49 MMR for that. I think if you get an Immortal in like your first 5 games or something, you get like 70 MMR. So unfortunately for you guys, this has almost immediately turned into a no longer MMR hell game since now this guy is 1600. So I am very sorry, guys. Maybe I should be playing worse. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean for any of this to go like this, so my bad. We'll see what we'll do about this. I'm not really sure. But I've escaped MMR hell in 1 game. I am the best player NA. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will hopefully see you guys soon. Talk to you guys later, all that good jazz. GG, well played, guys. Elfis out.